You've probably found yourself in your single-engine outboard or stern drive in a narrow channel or driving into a marina only to find out that you're in the wrong spot. That means you have to turn around in a space that's too tight for a normal 180-degree turn. So what's a boater to do? Well, you finesse your way out, of course. A few tips. First, don't get so far down the fairway that you can't maneuver with a boat or dock right in front of you. Back out a little ways if you need more turning room. Next, your boat likely has a right-hand propeller, so it will back to port. So use this to your advantage and make your turns to the right. If you have a stern drive with counter-rotating propellers, it doesn't walk to port or starboard, so you can turn in either direction. Trim your engines out for most effective backing. That's because the propeller wash will be directed down under the boat instead of against the transom. And this is particularly important with a bracket-mounted outboard. So here's the technique. Put the engine hard right, give the throttle a quick burst ahead, take the engine out of gear, shift the engine to hard left, and give it a quick burst to stern. Take the engine out of gear and repeat until you're headed in the right direction. Now note that if you're going ahead or astern, much before the engine is hard over, you're going to work against yourself by slowing the turn. So now let's have a look at how it's done. So here we are, we're in the fairway between two rows of slips. And we just discovered, you know what, we're in the wrong one, we should be one dock over. So what are we going to do? Well, I'm just going to take the engine out of gear for a minute. I'm going to put the engine hard right, and then I'm going to give it a quick burst ahead. Not a lot of power, you know, just 800,000 RPM. And then I'm going to take it out of gear and I'm going to shift the rudder to hard left. And then I'm going to put it in reverse. Not until, give it a quick burst astern, and then I'm going to take it out of gear. Plenty of room here. I'm going to shift the rudder to hard right, and then I'm going to give it a quick burst ahead. And that's actually enough to get me going fair in the channel here. So it's quite simple. Use enough power to maintain your heading and to control your turn, but not so much that you lose control and you end up banging into somebody. So there it is, the pivot turn. Go out and give it a try, and I think you'll like it.